Hi, I'm Pradnya. You're watching Book Channel Backpack. We're nearing the end of 2021 and suddenly everyone seems to have taken notice of the author Abdulrazak Gurnah. The Nobel Prize in Literature for 2021 was awarded to Tanzanian-born novelist Abdulrazak Gurnah. The website of the Nobel Prize says that Gurnah was awarded this prize for his uncompromising and compassionate penetration of the effects of colonialism and the fate of the refugee in the gulf between cultures and continents. So beautifully put. Some of his work has been nominated in the past. He was shortlisted for the Whitbread Award and the Booker Prize for his book Paradise. His book By the Sea was also longlisted by the Booker Prize and it was shortlisted by the Los Angeles Times Book Award. And his book Desertion was shortlisted for the Commonwealth Writers' Prize. But he didn't win any of these prizes, by the way. And then last month he went on to win the Nobel Prize. So I was looking for his books on my audiobook app and I found his book The Last Gift on the Storytel app, on which I listen to books most of the time. So that's the book I'll be reviewing today. Now, similar to Abdulrazak Gurnah's other books, The Last Gift is a story of a refugee. This book explores themes of roots, exile, guilt, sense of identity, shame, and family. The Last Gift is the story of a man from Zanzibar named Abbas, who one day leaves everything he owns, everyone he knows, his friends, his family, his entire life behind him, to run away to England, where he starts a new life. Now here he meets and elopes with a girl named Mariam. They get married and have two children, Jamal and Hana. Now years pass by, his children grow up, Abbas becomes old, but he never tells them about the life he had before he met his wife. He never tells him about Zanzibar, where he grew up, or the reason why he came here. Until one day when Abbas suffers from a stroke and he is bedridden, and that's when he realizes that, oh my God, I may die any day now and my family doesn't even know who I truly am. Now he wants to tell them everything, but his state is so bad that he can't even speak because of the stroke. In the meanwhile, we find out that Abbas is not the only one with secrets. His wife Mariam also hides her former life because of something that happened to her, and this creates a sense of shame and guilt in her. And she carries all these feelings with her entire life. Now the children Jamal and Hana, though born and brought up in England, they still struggle to truly belong to the country. They're constantly reminded of their roots, ask questions such as, where are you really from? They feel a sense of displacement no matter how hard they try to fit in. What I liked about this book is it does not try to resolve all the issues in the end or unravel all the mysteries. There is no hero who goes out on a journey to seek the truth. The Last Gift is a very realistic book with a slow pace. Abbas refers to England as a strange land that does not want him. And I think that one sentence pretty much sums up the feelings of refugee towards the country they escaped to. They seem to live in exile in a place they do not belong. I listen to the audiobook version of this book, as I mostly do these days on the Storytel app. The audiobook is roughly around 8 hours, and because I listened to it at 1.25x speed, I finished it in around 7.5 hours, mostly during my morning and evening walks. The book is narrated by the late Indian-born British actor Lyndon Gregory, who is known for his work in soap operas, theatres, as well as in TV shows such as EastEnders and Coronation Street. And this is interesting, okay, because Lyndon Gregory was born and brought up in Darjeeling in India, and then in the late 60s he migrated to England along with his family, which makes him such a great fit for this book. In terms of similarities, both the protagonist of the book Abbas as well as the author of the book Abdulrazak, both are refugees from Zanzibar now living in England. Another similarity that I noticed was that at the beginning of the book, Abbas is 63 years old, and when the book was published, the author was also 63 years old, which makes me wonder how much of this book is autobiographical. So here's my verdict on the book. Do I recommend it, and to whom? Well, the big publications that reviewed this book have loved and celebrated this book, whereas the general consensus with the masses is that the book is boring. If you wish to read a book that explains the plight of refugees, This is a great book, especially in light of what is happening in Afghanistan right now. But if you want a book that is engaging, has a decent amount of drama and a well-defined plot, then this book is going to disappoint you. It's a kind of slow-paced book that you would want to read before bed, if you know what I mean. As for me, you know that feeling that you get when you're reading a great book and you can't wait to finish what you're doing so you can get back to the book? That never happened with this book. So in that light, this book may not appeal to a larger audience. So the year is ending, by the way. How are your reading goals going? Now, I have created a listening goal for myself, not a reading goal, because I'm mostly listening to audiobooks on my Storytel app these days. Not only do I find audiobooks convenient, but they also make chores less boring. So last month, I made a goal of finishing at least 6 books by the end of the year, which I'm tracking on the listening goal feature on the Storytel app. This helps me track the number of audiobooks I'm listening to, and it's so much fun as the year is coming to an end and I'm all geared to achieve the goal. What are you guys reading right now? Let me know. I'm reading my first Japanese book right now and I'm really loving it. So I'll be reviewing this book in a few days, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.